Well, it's the day after the Great American Eclipse, and I'm headed out of town and headed to Branson, Missouri today. I'm going as far as Durant, Oklahoma for the evening, and then I'll continue on to Branson tomorrow. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. As you can see, it's a rainy day today. It's been cloudy ever since the eclipse. Headed up to Branson to my condo, which is supposed to have had all of the renovations completed. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing anything that may still need to be done and checking on that. So we'll be getting back with you along the way. It's been raining all morning. We'll see if the rain continues as we're driving east toward Waco. And most of the rain is moving out of the area slowly to the east. We'll see if we catch up with it this morning. Well, this area through here has had many wildflowers, bluebonnets, Indian paintbrushes, Indian blankets, some other wildflowers growing for the last few weeks. It'd be interesting to see how much longer they last. They're beginning to look like they're fading a little bit. Be sure and check out my channel. I'm going to be putting up a number of videos from the Texas wildflower season this spring, which has been really spectacular, including down in the Texas Hill Country. Still quite a few along this stretch. We are currently in Waco. This is on the west side on US Highway 84. We'll be crossing the Bosque River just ahead, and that will take us into Woodway. Now in Woodway. It's looking pretty rainy ahead. I'm hoping it's going to stay ahead of us. We're going to turn toward Interstate 35. We'll take Loop 340 over to Interstate 35 and head north. And I hope that the rain continues to the east and we can avoid the biggest part of it. There have been flash flood warnings for this area all morning. They've had upwards of 2 and 3 inches of rain. As you can see along here, there are still a lot of Indian paintbrushes and Indian blankets. That's the red flowers you're seeing. Even as some of the bluebonnets begin to fade. We are still in Woodway all the way up to Highway 6, which is Loop 340, where we will exit to go over to Interstate 35. We have a video on the channel of Highway 6 Loop 340. as we drove from Interstate 35 out to Lake Waco and then back from Lake Waco all the way to Interstate 35. If you're interested in seeing the things that are along the way, you can look at that video on the channel. It'll be in the Waco playlist. Still a few bluebonnets there. So we're coming up on the Highway 6 Loop 340 exit just ahead. We're going to exit here, and Loop 340 will take us over to Interstate 35 north toward Dallas-Fort Worth. The lights don't seem to be working in this area. Maybe something from the storm. There's been a lot of construction in this area as they have redone the ramps and bridges at the interchange with 84 and Highway 6. It's made a much better interchange. And here we're coming up on the flyover that will take us onto Interstate 35 north toward Dallas-Fort Worth. We're entering Interstate 35, which looks pretty busy today. We'll continue on through Waco on Interstate 35. I didn't have anything to eat before I left today, so I think I'm going to hop off here at 18th Street in Waco and grab me a sandwich at Slotsky's. It's an interesting area here near Slotsky's. There are several fast food places and other restaurants. We are just off the campus of Baylor University here. Slotsky's is one of my favorite sandwich shops. It began in Austin, Texas, way back in the early 70s, and has expanded now to over 300 locations. More than half of them are located in Texas. If you don't live near a Slotsky's, it all centered around their original sandwich, which is still on the menu. Slotsky's has been open in Waco since the 1970s. Alright, so after our meal at Slotsky's, we'll drive down here. We're right by Baylor University now. We're going to go down here at 12th Street, and then we'll get on the interstate again here in a minute. let's jump back up on Interstate 35. And here we are in Hillsboro, Texas. Coming up on the Y between Dallas and Fort Worth, we're going to go the Fort Worth direction. At this exit is the newest location of the soon-to-be Buc-ee's. You can see the new Buc-ee's over on the right.
Stay in the right 3 lanes.
So we're not going to follow the GPS directions here. We're going to go to Fort Worth instead of Dallas. We'll take the toll roads across the north side of the DFW area back over to Highway 75 north of Dallas. So we'll head on toward Fort Worth. Lots of RV and travel trailer traffic today. I suspect you're going back home after the eclipse. Also a lot of nice bluebonnets in bloom still along the road here. Here also are some very colorful Indian paintbrushes. Well, we're going to take an alternate route here based on GPS information, and what we heard on the radio was some traffic issues going into Fort Worth. So we're heading here onto a farm market road. Now this was a new route for me. It was a farm road that took us over to Highway 360, which would then take us up through Arlington. I was familiar with Highway 360, but had never been on this route before. I've learned, however, that when the GPS warns of traffic and a better route, I generally take it. That was the case today, and it worked out well. Well, we are entering Mansfield, Texas. This is still showing as the fastest route on my GPS, so I'm continuing this direction. Here we're turning onto State Highway 360 North, which will take us up through Arlington and eventually back to the route on the north side of Dallas we normally take.
In about 7 miles, take the exit to merge onto I-20 East toward Dallas.
As we were driving north on 360, we learned of a blockage at Interstate 30, and so GPS now routed us onto Interstate 20 and toward the President George Bush Turnpike.
For about 24 miles, continue straight.
So now we're in Arlington. This route takes us through Arlington and then past the DFW airport and eventually to the Sam Rayburn Tollway, which is the tollway we would have normally taken to get across the north side of the metroplex. Eventually we will reach Highway 75 North. The interchange you see coming up ahead is where we're crossing under Interstate 30 between Dallas and Fort Worth. Very familiar route, as this is the way I most often come around the north side of Dallas using the Sam Rayburn Tollway. No matter which route I take, whether I go through Fort Worth or Dallas, it always takes more than an hour to get through the metroplex from the south side to somewhere around McKinney on Highway 75 on the north side. This is easily the hardest and most stressful part of the route going to Branson or even into Oklahoma. It always feels like we've made a great deal of progress when we get through the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex area.
Keep left to merge onto US 75 North toward Sherman.
The intersection with Highway 75 North is usually a pretty big relief and feels like it's clear of all the traffic in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's usually a pretty smooth trip into Oklahoma from here. And we're entering the city of Sherman. The bluebonnets along this stretch of highway are absolutely spectacular. As we enter Sherman, this section of the highway has been under a reconstruction project for some time. There's been some rerouting and some new bridges built, and it will be a much better route, but the construction has gone on for at least a couple of years or more. Driving on new construction right now, but there's still more going on to our right. I feel like with the roughness of the road here on the north side of Sherman, that it won't be long till this part of the road will also have to be reconstructed. There are all kinds of restaurants and fast food places along this stretch of the road, as well as some hotels and retail shopping areas. I think we're going to make a quick stop up here at the Branson College exit for a Starbucks and grab us a quick coffee and a break. It's not really very far to Choctaw from here, actually only about 20 more minutes. But I just feel like a coffee. All right, we're gonna get ourselves back on the road.
For about 20 miles, continue straight. Go across the Red River
which marks the boundary between Texas and Oklahoma. And welcome to Oklahoma.
Use the right lane to take the exit onto South 9th Avenue. Take the exit, then keep left onto South Service Road.
As we arrive here at Choctaw Casino Resort in Durant, we'll get parked in the parking garage and checked into our hotel room, and then we'll get back with you and give you a quick look at our hotel room here at Choctaw. Well, I have arrived at the hotel at Choctaw in Durant, Oklahoma. So let's take a quick tour of the room. Coffee maker, ice holder, a couple of waters. Nice desk area with a lamp and chair. Pretty cool built-in TV here. Kind of look back toward the paintings on the wall, beds. Then of course the cool part, this balcony. Looks back out toward the direction we just came from. Let's step outside and have a look. We're going over and have a look at the bathroom area. That's a cool barn door. Got a walk-in shower. Turn on some light here. All the amenities there. A rain shower head. Nice little cool lighted mirror. And a sink area with towels underneath. And of course the toilet. Nice. One more pan around into the room itself. Very spacious room. As I head down to Salt and Stone to get a bite to eat, and then later for a little bit of play in the casino, I'm going to end this video here for today. Be sure to watch my next video, part 2, as we drive from Choctaw Casino Resort to Branson, Missouri. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, would you hit the thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave us a comment to let us know your thoughts? We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Meanwhile, check out this video next for more travel fun. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your subscription is always free, helps us grow the channel, and is always greatly appreciated.